Hey trainers, welcome back to Pokemon Deck Check. I would be Poke Dad, and once again I'm without the Dancing Bear at first base. So let's just grind through this together. We don't need him. Another rogue idea, rogue concept that we've been working on behind the curtain is it's kind of a stall deck, but it's an attacking stall deck. So let's dive into it, and it's based around the new Absol that adds one more retreat cost to your opponent's basic, and the attack dark DCE 30 plus, and it does 30 more damage for each retreat cost. So the numbers add up really quick. Like against Zekrom Pikachu, for instance, it has 3 retreat cost. If you have 3 of these in there, that's up to 6. If you have the stadium that we play, Mount Lana Kila, then you're looking at 7. And then it would be 8 with the initial 30. So 8 times 3, 240 damage. That's without choice band or anything. So it's pretty scary. And then once you add choice band into the mix, now we're talking, we're one-shotting Snorlax. Eevee and Snorlax 270. So the numbers get there. The challenge with this is the 3 attack cost. The 2 separate attachments, the Dark Energy and the DC. So you have to build the deck in a way that you have to kind of stall at the beginning until you have an Absol built, and then you can take some big one-hit KOs. And the way we're going to do that is with Shuckle. He is our preferred starting Pokemon. Get him in there, and that forces your opponent to use more resources. So like the fast Jolteon decks, any other Shrine decks, Buzz decks, Weavile, anything like that that's just super energy efficient, is going to have to take it down a notch and deal with Shuckle Lost March, anything like that, or especially anything with the DC Zoroark builds. It's going to be a pain in the butt to deal with Shuckle. And that's going to give you enough time to build up Absol. A lot of times you won't even need to attach. And that's something to keep in mind too, that if you already have an energy attach, you could always paralyze them. That forces them to use more resources. So, disrupt them with Marshadow Let Loose, Oranguru with Instruct, and then a nice tech, Hoopa. Maybe you can catch, I've seen Jolteon decks where they just play 4 Eevee, 4 Jolteon. So they're not necessarily going to have an answer for Hoopa. So a lot of these decks might be slipping up. I mean, not playing Zapdos or something, or even the Cocoa Prism, that wouldn't be very efficient, but the Zapdos at least. They could be in trouble if they're not prepared for it. So, and then finally Tapu Lele. So, that's Pokemon line. Absol, your main attacker. Shuckle and Hoopa, your main forms of stall, and then your disruption Marshadow. Then a Oranguru to help you out of a jam if you kind of get your hand down. So, 4 Nest Ball, 3 Ultra Ball. So, 7 forms of search here. That's more than adequate. Now, how are we going to power up Absol? We're going to start off with Experience Share. Very, very good. Like I said, with the numbers, you don't really need Choice Band. It's nice to have Choice Band, but it's not 100% needed. You can take some big KOs on some of these Pokemon. So, for that reason, there's only 2 Choice Bands. So, Rescue Stretcher, 2 Switches, 2 Counter Catchers. We are anticipating playing from behind because of the energy setup. So Counter Catcher definitely brings a lot to the table here. Adventurer's Bag. That way we can be very selective if we want Experience Share or if we want Choice Band. So it makes it a little more versatile. Field Blower, Venusaur, if it has a buff padding, or even Eevee Snorlax has a buff padding on there, we can just get rid of that, or any other stadium other than a Prism. So Another way we can help power up Absol is with multi-switch. So that could definitely come in handy to a sneaky attack on like a Zekrom Pikachu that's not prepared for it. So, and then energy recycle system. It's always nice to recover. We like this better than energy recycler or something like that. I like this better. If we need a dark immediately, we just grab it and attach. Or maybe we need to shuffle 3 in. So a lot of versatility there. That's it for the items. This picked up. I guess I have everything that I've showed. The field blower, multi-switch, and adventure bag. Those few techs are probably the most optional if you don't like those options. For Cynthia, this is going to look extremely familiar. For Cynthia, to Lily, to Erica. It's been our go-to formula for draw support. Sometimes you'll see just 3 Cynthia and then the 2-2, but this has been right on point for us. So there's no reason to change it, mix things up. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? 2 Acerola, 2 Guzmas. Acerola is a pretty nice tech. You know, if for some reason they can't do enough damage on Shuckle to Acerola him up, a lot of times people will try to Guzma up a Rangaroo and get it stuck in the active or something. So Acerola is pretty good in this deck. So. There was a game where Mr. Mime, Mr. Mime completely hurt this deck quite a bit because I wasn't able to heal from a spread deck. Mount Lana Kila. It makes it so the retreat cost of each basic Pokemon, yours and your opponent's, is 1 more. So, you know, you're adding 30 more damage right there with the stadium. So, there's no reason not to play it. And then we are playing a lot of dark Pokemon, Absol, the Hoopa, so might get some value out of Black Market Prism. Out of everything, people are playing so many stadiums these days. It gets bumped really, really easily. So I think this might become a 4th or possibly a 3rd choice band, something like that. So, or a 4th experience share. Not 100% on the black market there. Just hasn't been pulling its weight lately. So, and finally for the energy, we've got 4 dark, 3 more dark, and 4 DCs. So 7 plus DCEs. Remember we play the energy recycles, so this 7 could easily become 10, or it could easily become 8. And it's all just 1 dark energy attachment, so we don't have a need for a whole lot of energy here. So that's it. The deck's gonna kind of struggle against spread. The deck definitely struggles against spread, but it's a good option for the heavy GX or heavy tag team variants. So I think it's good in that. I think it's really good in that regard. If people aren't ready for it, it's gonna hurt. You know, Shuckle. People might not be expecting Shuckle in a lot of these decks, so you might catch them off guard. So, but that's it, and hopefully you enjoyed. Definitely try it out, see if you like it. And until next time, be excellent to each other and party on.